Now let's go to Washington, where Bob Woodward, the associate editor of the Washington Post, is standing by. So, Bob, I asked Chris Wallace last night to grade the convention. He's seen a lot of them, as have you. He gave it a B. But that was before the Cruz dust-up. How would you grade the GOP convention as it stands now?
I think very much incomplete, because the whole ball game is going to be Trump's speech. I think they've wasted a lot of time, and you've interviewed Trump, I've interviewed Trump, and I think he had an opportunity at this convention to actually say, I'm going to sit down for an hour with X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to answer questions. Because what's pulsing through the minds of the undecided or confused voter? The issue is, who is Trump? What might he do in the presidency? There are all kinds of issues, national security issues, like what's his theory of how you might use force as president and so forth. What's inside? You know, he can be evasive. He can make news. He can let you see who he is. At the Washington Post, we're doing a book which will be out next month on him, that's got a lot of new information, kind of packages, and as best we can says this is what he's done. As we know, biography is character. Is it going to be a
fair book? Is it going to be fair? I mean, because the Post is pretty brutal. I mean, you know, been pretty brutal to him. So I hope it's a fair book. But look,
it's going to be fair. And
I hope so. Because if it isn't, you know I'm coming after you guys. It better be fair.
Okay,
now, but I want to ask you this. Trump is running on emotion. You're running on pinheadedness. You're running on policy. He's not running on that. He's not. He's running on pure emotion. When you hear his speech tonight, almost every single line is designed to get people angry or mobilized, or it's all about emotion for him. And surely you know that.
Yes, of course, but the emotions come from reactions to things. Like you say, he's going to talk about the Democratic Party and the things he doesn't like about it. So the emotion connects to real policy, whether you call it, at least its attitude. And I think he's depleted this opportunity in this convention. There's just a lot of stuff. I mean, all this business about Cruz, I think it can safely be said, nobody is going to vote for or against Trump because of what Cruz did or didn't do, whether he endorsed him or not endorsed him. There's a lot of spinning.
But here it is. He has to get, as was pointed out here on last night, he has to get at least 80% solid Republican votes. 90, and Romney got 80 and lost. So Trump's got to probably get 90, all right, this time around. If he's got a thorn in his side like Cruz or even Kasich, and we're going to do the polling in a minute here in Ohio, if he's got a thorn in his side from his own team, it's going to hurt him. So
it's not. No, it's not going to hurt him, because I think the opposite. And here's because people are. Trump represents the anti-establishment. There is a ruling class out there, he said. It's not just Democrats, but it's in the Republican Party. I'm the wrecking ball that's going to come in and knock it down, and we're going to fix things, and we're going to change things. So what these other people do or don't do is not that relevant. He is. And you're absolutely right to land on the emotions. Where are the emotions in this for him? We see them in his presentation. A lot of people really don't like it. There are people who like it. And he's got to deliver on that, and he's got to, in a plausible way, say, I can be president. There's a lot of criticism, and it has a lot of...
Yeah, as I said, there's no crooked Hillary or lion Ted or anything like that. Final question for you.
But you don't know. Of course, he has suggested he may ad-lib that.
Sure, he could slip it in. You know, now, last question. I think the debates are really going to tell the tale. I mean, because it's just, you're right, and you say surrogates don't matter. Individuals don't matter. They don't. But if a segment of the Republican Party stays home, That matters. So if Mormons in Arizona stay home, he might lose Arizona. So that's all I'm saying. But the debates, the one-on-one, that will tell a tale. 30 seconds, go.
Yes, and that's the Coliseum. And, you know, it's going to get ratings better than the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Not just for, I mean, it's going to, you know, how is he going to handle it? How is Hillary Clinton going to handle it? But there's a lost opportunity in all of this. And, you know, our job is to find out who he is. And I think there's still work to be done on that.
All right, Bob. Thanks very much, as always. We appreciate it.